I used to watch like a lot Kron Gracie fight. I think was the reason why I started doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I started him like that little guy like fighting against the heavy guys and beat all them up. So one of the reasons I started doing Jiu-Jitsu was because of him.
It was always very normal to be around the best, to be winning and to be a champion. And I grew up seeing my dad become, the best, and how he was recognized from everybody in the world and how he was looked on. And I always knew that that was where I wanted to be, and that's where I wanted to put my energy in trying to become the best also, and keep my father's legacy and keep my grandfather's legacy alive. Otavio is a very tough competitor. He's been always in the top of the whatever division he's competing, and always really showing a strong competitive style.
It's an honor for me fight with Kron Gracie's son. He's like a legend in Jiu-Jitsu. I already fought with him a few times before.
We fought as a brown belt twice. At the time it was 2007, and I was successful beating him both times.
This event is a little new for me, but I like to always make some challenge for my life, and I think it's gonna be a good experience for me. I'm focusing now more on submissions. I cannot think about points anymore, because it's not allowed points.
Oh, that's just a gift for me. I've always wanted to fight no time or long time, but the truth is I fought very few times more than 10 minutes, so I'm very curious. I trained my whole life about this kind of rules, for this kind of event. And now it's finally happening, and so now I'm really curious to see how it's gonna all play out. This is what really Jiu-Jitsu is about.
I just try to keep my head strong the whole time. I try to stay confident, believe in myself. That's what my professor used to say to all his students. I do some preparation, besides just training Jiu-Jitsu, I like to go to the gym, with my friend, and do some cardio, run a little bit, and also go to the beach. Well, I just like to stay there, see the sea, keep talking with some friends. Sometimes I like to go there to do some exercise.
I always make sure when I'm training for a competition that I'm pushing my mind to the limits, I think that's the difference between competition training and training for life.
I try to train as much as I can with the students. The students help me a lot in the class. Every time I teach, I learn a lot with them, and I try to spar with them as much as I can.
When I train Jiu-Jitsu, I train Jiu-Jitsu, and I'm always trying to evolve. When I train Jiu-Jitsu for competition, everything I do, I'm gonna do it till there is no limits. It's the mind game, outsmarting somebody to get the submission.
Train as much as you can and prepare myself to do well.
I'm ready to do this. This is going to be so much fun. I can't wait.
I think it's going to be a good match.